Hi everyone, welcome to Road Scholars and another quick rip. Trey, thank you for doing this, being on camera. We thought it might be a nice idea since many of you have been here, most of you have probably not been here on our campus, just to show you what an average weekday looks like here in our showroom at Road Scholars. 10 minutes or less, let's see if we can get this done. 1993 3.8 RS, one of 55 produced for the world, one of the rarest 911s ever built. 4,700 kilometers, has to be one of the lowest kilometer examples remaining here on Earth. Obviously in Guards Red, special cars with the turbo hips, brake suspension. Not all of them had the matter roll cage. This particular example does. Incredible machine. One of my favorite 911s ever built. It's here in the showroom waiting to go to its new home. 1976. Champagne metallic, 930, brown interior makes it way more interesting than if it had black interior. Of course, sports seats, sunroof, 25,000 miles-ish. Highly original car, just a really great 930. Backing up a little bit, in 1967, a Ferrari GTB 4-cam. So in the mid-60s, obviously Ferrari came out with the GTB2, then they advanced to a more powerful GTB 4-cam. This is a very special car that was a one-owner car from '67 until this year. So the second owner acquired it. It's here for service. Guys are just gonna go through it, fully vet it, dot the I's, cross the T's, so to speak. He's gonna drive this thing, and he's gonna love it. Great cars, one of my favorite vintage Ferraris. This 904 Chassis 5 from the Buzetta collection. So this was James Buzetta's car. Other drivers drove it. Pucci, Collins, Underwood, of course, Buzetta had success in this car. A lot of campaigning success. Buzetta won the 24-hour Daytona. He won his class. In 1964, this car was the overall Targa Florio winner. This is 904 chassis number 5, and the Buzettas are gonna be here next week, a little over a week, at our 4-cam jam at VIR and exercise it, and it'll be fun for them to drive it as their grandfather did. This is a 1963 356B Carrera 2, a car that we restored probably 8 to 10 years ago. Slate gray red interior, great color combination. We were able to acquire it earlier this year, sold it to one of our great friends. Also here being prepped for the 4-cam jam as its 4-cam engine is dialed in, and it's gonna be the first time that he drives the car. So it's gonna be awesome that he's out on the track at VIR experiencing the Carrera 2 as it was intended. Just an overall, one of the best Carrera 2s that you'll find. What do we got back here? 1956 356 Speedster, signal red, brown interior, one of our favorite local clients for many years. This is his car. It's here for service. It comes annually just for maintenance and preservation. He drives it on almost a daily basis, and just a great driver. It's a non-matching engine, but he drives it. And he also has another one, so he has a 58 also that is an all-original, matching numbers car. So this is the car that he drives and uses around North Carolina. This, one of the most special G50 cars that anybody can find, to be honest. This is 1988 Club Sport, one of 28 cars delivered to the United States. I think these cars have really been pumped over the last few years, so that number is very well known. Most of them were all white. This is the only one in summertime yellow, the only one with mahogany interior, a true one-of-one car, 103 miles, so a total preservation car, originally delivered to Dr. Bill Jackson, one of the pioneers of collecting Porsches in North America, out of Denver. He happened to have 2 of them, so he drove the other one. He never drove this car. Also sat in the Ingram collection for a while. Now it's waiting to go to its new home as well. Be watching for another video forthcoming on some significant 88, 89 Porsche US delivered club sports. This one of the rarest 930s, most significant 930s that one will find, 1975. Not many of the 383 cars were painted in salmon metallic, so the color is great, black interior. The carpet is totally mid-70s in this copper red, kind of matching the paint. A very significant 75 930. We restored this car, completed it about 2 to 3 years ago. A long restoration, 2.5 years, 3 years maybe. What we really liked about this and decided why to restore it is the significance of how it was delivered from the factory. All the exclusive options of, obviously, sport seats, sunroof delete. Most 75 turbos had a sunroof. The front spoiler in body color from the factory. The gold center painted wheels, super cool. They weren't black from the factory. And probably most importantly, there's no whale tail. So this was a spoiler delete in 1975 that you won't see very often on a 930. So just a very special salmon metallic, black interior 930 that we restored. Oh, look, a 910. Trey, this car just completed 700 miles in Colorado through the Rocky Mountains. 910s are known to be 906s, 910s, hill climb championships. So it was fun taking a bunch of cars for peak to peak and driving these cars as they were intended and witnessing the owners, you know, just utilizing them and really driving the shit out of them, to be honest. And 910 Chassis 20 is a ripper. This is the overall Hockenheim winner back in its glory days. A lot of campaign success in the late 60s. Just a really special 910 Chassis 20. Here for post-event inspection, and we'll do a few things and dot the I's and cross the T's on this in service and send it back to its owner. Walking back here to the last two cars here this morning in the showroom. This is a 1969 911S. Burgundy, originally had black interior. The previous owner did a tasteful upgrade. Nice touch to put the tan interior with the houndstooth inserts. Of course, it's a matching numbers car, drivetrain, engine, transmission. What I would consider a driver, right? That term gets used loosely in the industry. What's a driver? It's not a clapped out thing that needs restoration. That's not a driver to me. This is a driver. It's a fully restored car, done at a nice level. The paint's still in great condition. You know, originally it didn't even have a sunroof, but they put it in during the restoration. So, and they did a nice job doing it. So a nice driver level car that recently sold to a guy that's establishing a really significant early long hood 911 collection. And so just a cool car, one of the best cars that I've driven mechanically from a long hood standpoint, and it just being an S, fun to get out and stretch its legs. And it's fully vetted, waiting here. He's actually coming tomorrow and going to drive it out of here and drive it on a journey back to his home. This is a 1970 911T. So with everything else in here, you don't think it's as rare because of production numbers. Obviously, they made quite a few 1970 911Ts, 55 3.8 RSs, you know, 29 910s, right? Only 28 Club Sports from 1988-89. But this might be one of the rarest things in here just simply because it's an all-original car. And to think about the original owner, how he, you know, preserved it in this condition, right? This is from 1970. To have the paint in this quality with no spidering, no cracking, you know, it's really special and certainly one of the rarest things in here. So I want to bring up that, you know, some of you might be thinking, this was never on the website. I want that car. And it's important for us to know, myself or Cam, to know what you guys are after, what's on your Porsche radar, so to speak, because I'd say, you know, 30, 40% of what we do when we're collaborating with guys on their collections probably never hits the website. So it's important us for to know those things. Hit us up, let us know, because these things, they just don't have to go to market, to be honest, and they just don't surface often. So one of the rarest things in all original paint, 1970 911T. But that's kind of a wrap. Hopefully we're 10 minutes or less for our quick rip it's a quick reminder for me and the guys here on our team that on a daily basis, there is some heavy metal in the Porsche world. Today, obviously, a 275 GTB 4Cam, that we are just fortunate enough to be a part of these cars' stories and the storylines behind them with their owners, whether it's driving through Colorado, prepping them for the 4Cam jam, excited about an original car and a driver-level car that he's going to drive 1,000 miles home, right? And a certain 930 that we restored that we love and adore. Spent, blood, sweat, and tears restoring that car. So a lot of special things on a daily basis here in the showroom, and a quick reminder for me especially not to take it for granted, and thank you for all of those who entrust us to their Porsches and Ferraris, and it's just a really special thing to be a part of. So thank you very much. We'll see you next time for a quick rip.